What is up, guys? Chris here, Bear Market Mining. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in today. Another video. We are going to be wrapping up our series on warthog mining. So if you've seen the last few videos, we've covered everything. Our journey start to finish. Well, not finish, but where we're at now, 1 month later, we've looked at hash rates, GPU, CPU combinations, how to set up flight sheets, how to set up wallets, all that good stuff. So today we'll look at where we're at, how much hash rate we're rocking, what the current profitability is, and how much we've actually made over the last month that we've been mining. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so let's start off with what we're working with. So down the bottom here, we have got a 5900X, two 3070s. Moving to the right, we've got our 7950X with the 3090. We have another 5900X here with a 4070. Another 5900X with two 3070s. We've got a single 3900X up the top here with another 3070 on it, and a 5900X with a 3080 on it, I believe. So we've increased the farm, the CPU Warthog farm, pretty significantly since we started. We initially just had that 3900X, a 5900X, and the 5600G, but we've since taken that 5600G off. I really should just get another shelf maybe up here and get it mining, because it is profitable. All of these, like we said, super profitable, but we'll go through the numbers in a sec. So let's jump on over to Hive OS and we'll see what they're hashing, and then we'll crunch the numbers so you guys can maybe decide if this is something you want to get into, or if you've already got a CPU and GPU and want to start mining it, you'll have a bit more information there. Let's go. So inside here in Hive OS, this is what the farm's looking like, sitting at just around 4.1 gigahash. And our power consumption is accurate. What I've done in my settings is I've included the specific power for each CPU, motherboard, and fan at the wall, added that to the rigs, so it will give me an accurate reading for each, and I can sort of measure my power consumption there pretty nicely. So all of these CPUs, the 3900, 5900X, and the 7950X, the 3900 and 5900 are maxed out basically as far as hash rate can get. Now look, I could stick two 3070s on this 3900X and maybe squeeze another 50 mega hash out of it, but I would probably be adding another, 60, 70 watts to that for an extra 50 mega hash, so it doesn't really work out nice. The 5900X, again, the 3080 could go slightly higher with overclocks, but I'm going more so for efficiency here. You can see, interestingly enough, the RNG going on here, let's call it, between these two rigs. Exactly the same overclock settings, exactly the same undervolt, but a slight difference in hash rate with the exact same boards, if I'm not mistaken. What's that? B450 A Pro Max. Yeah, exactly the same boards, same BIOS version, and the same RAM. So go figure there. No biggie though. Now this 7950X, the best card I've got is a 3090 as far as power wise goes. So I could increase the CPU voltage and gain probably another 100 mega hash out of this. But it would spike my temperature up to 70 degrees, and look, it would be fine, but I'd rather keep it cooler for the extra 100 mega hash. Not worth it in my mind. Now this could, 7950X being, a top end CPU, if you were to stick a 4090 on there, you would get that up to about 1.5 gigahash or so, if I'm not mistaken, but you got to spend 2,000 USD if you want a 4090, and at this stage, I'm not that interested in it. I'd love to see the math on the payback period on that. At the moment, wouldn't be worth it. Now, if the price went back up, maybe, but it has been on a pretty solid downward spiral at the moment, as we can see over here. Let me just move that up so you can see. Yep. So we started about $1.20 per wart. That was a few months ago now, a couple of months. And it's just been on a complete downward spiral ever since. This is due to a lot of sell pressure. So basically people who are mining Warthog, like myself, are pretty much selling all of it and no one's really buying back now. This may change. I have a feeling we're pretty much bottomed out here, I hope. So you might see some more buy pressure here, which could help increase the price, but we'll see. Look, Bitcoin halving, there's going to be some sideways movement for months and months and months on end. That's how historically it goes. So not surprised to see the downward trend. I mean, you guys have been watching all the other CPU and GPU prices. I'm sure everything's just shit in the bed right now. It's not a lot of fun for us crypto miners, but you know, we stay the course, stay strong, brighter days ahead. So we'll look at daily what we're making. So we're at about 4.1 gigahash, like I said, and that sort of equates in profit to $5.72. That's USD after electricity in profit, which is really good. If you're to look at, which we will in a second, some of the other GPU and CPU profits, is basically a 50-50. So, you know, your revenue's $10, you're spending $5 roughly, you know, and that's what you're profiting. So not too bad for passive income. Now, look, obviously you have to spend the money, or if you've already got a farm, you could just switch CPUs and GPUs over and do this and be making a lot more money than you're making on anything else at current prices if you were to sell now. If you believe in holding for those long-term gains, good on you. I have a feeling those days are kind of done. If you want to be making big profits on coins, you need to get in early, really early. Make your profits then, and that's probably about it. Could be wrong. Let me know down in the comments if you think you're sitting on a gold mine coin, and maybe we'll spec mine that for a little bit. Okay, so let's go and look at what profits we'd be making with this setup of CPUs and GPUs on the most profitable coins right now. So we've entered in our GPUs here. Bang, you can see that. Entered in our CPUs. We'll refresh that again. So currently, so let's just do the daily to start. So we got 49 cents there. Scroll down. Oh, a little $28 profit. That's not accurate, so we'll just ignore that. Another nice hash glitch, or hash rate that I know glitch, I should say. So currently Evermore. So we got 37 cents. Let's move that over to the screen so you can see it. 0.37. What did we have on here? 0.49 plus 0.49. So 86 cents current profitability if I was to be mining with those GPUs and CPUs on the other most profitable algorithm that isn't Warthog. So what do we have? $5.72. So $5.72 divided by 0.86. So it's 6.5 times more profitable the way that we're utilizing these at the moment, which is pretty spicy to say the least. Much better. So like I've been harping on about for a while, guys, I haven't really seen the hash rate move on Warthog, which is just crazy to me, because with some of these, you know, average profitabilities on everything else, I mean, I'm just going to assume that people are maybe, you know, they believe in some of these coins for the next bull run, so they're holding. But if you've got decent CPUs and you've already got a GPU mining farm, you should be switching over if you're just trying to take profits every day, because this is definitely the best way to do it. So those are what the numbers are looking like daily. So let's have a look at what we've actually made over the last month. Let's switch on over somewhere down here. Okay, so we have taken all of the incoming payments and the amount of Warthog sold so far over the last 30 days we've used, and we've included our electricity in that as well. So you can see we've sold 552.46 Warthog, and we've just converted that into USDT at this stage, which works out to 228.98 USDT, or 345 Aussie dollars. Now I've also used the stats section in HiveOS, the weekly stats on my CPU mining farm tab in HiveOS to see how much electricity we've actually used, because I did start with 4 CPUs, now I'm up to 6. We did start with 4 GPUs, now we're up to 8, I think. So that works out to $87 we've spent on electricity this month, which equates to a $258 profit at this stage for the last 30 days of mining Warthog, which is really, really nice. I mean, I think in one of my videos a couple of months ago when the GPU mining profits were up a lot, I was making just a bit more than that, and I was using around 5,500 watts or 5.4 kilowatt hours per hour, something like that. Can't do math. And was making just about the same. And now I'm using a fifth of that and making slightly less profit. So not running half the hardware at the moment. That's another story for another time. We do have the other GPUs mining something differently, which we'll explain in a later video. But so far as passive income goes, really, really nice. One of the best decisions I've made as far as my farm has gone. It's forced me to, diversify a little bit and get into CPUs as well, which we can always utilize for something else if the profits of Warthog continue to go down. But it works out to what I think about $8 a day or something, Aussie dollars, just passive income. Look, not much, whatever. But when I start holding a bit more of that, which is the plan in future, if it does go back up that 4x, that 8, 16, $32 a day, I'll take that, just for using 8 GPUs and 6 CPUs. That's after electricity as well. So I think if you guys still haven't got onto it, it might be worth having a look at. Now, I should also mention, in this last month, there was a mix of solo and pool mining. Now, I had some good luck with the solo mining, but in general, when it comes to things like that, gambling, quote unquote, I'm just not lucky. So I think I hit my average luck when I did my last video was like 75%, which is 25% better than it should have been. So I was actually making more solo mining than I would pool mining. But just after that video, I think I hit like 6 or 7 blocks at 200+% in a row, and quickly found out and reminded myself that it's not for me. So we've switched back to pool mining for a majority of this. I think there was about a week in there out of the 3. I have been tempted to switch back to the solo mining just because, but I think it says I should find 10 blocks a day, which is 30 watt. I'm currently making 27 a day pool mining, so I think I'll just take those profits, and I think we'll just keep on mining. So that is the profits, guys. That's what we're looking at. Pretty happy with it. Like I said, you should consider mining it if you're looking just to sell every day and take those profits, and we'll be coming at you with another video soon. Peace.